What's up, boys? We're taking a look at some more NBA player props today over on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is my favorite website and app to take a look at some NBA player props and really just all sports. Yesterday was a really great day over on the Patreon, profiting both NBA and MLB. MLB went 5-0 yesterday, so very good one. Got the sweep yesterday. Been doing pretty good in some MLB and also some NBA. So profit again yesterday. But if you guys are already on PrizePicks, highly recommend joining. 100% deposit match up to $100 when you guys go ahead and use code DOMG when you guys sign up. So if you guys deposit $60, they'll match it and give you guys $60 in promo funds, so up to $100. So pretty sweet deal over there on PrizePicks. So go ahead and sign up. Again, using code DOMG if you guys are not already on it. But yeah, Patreon yesterday, very good. The link is in my description. You guys can get the NBA, or you can get the MLB, or you can get both for a little bit cheaper. It's up to you if you guys are interested in joining. Otherwise, we got 3 free player props here for you guys for some NBA, and I'll have an MLB up later today. But let's go and take a look at these. So let's take a look at this here. I think it was a rough day for some people yesterday. A lot of people think about taking some unders today, but I'm still going with the overs here. Ended up doing pretty good. We ended up pushing on the Kyle Lowry rebounds last night. I like that one, but that one ended up pushing, unfortunately. So should have been really good last night for us, but and that one ended up pushing, unfortunately. But anyways, still did pretty good. But let's take a look here at a point prop, an assist prop, and another assist prop. So 1 point, 2 assist props. Let's take a look at this here. So let's go ahead and go with Bogdanovic here. So I like him over 18.5 points. This is my first prop of the day here. He's hitting his last 3 games here, averaging 20.8 in his last 5 games. So if you take more of a look into this one, he is a minus 116 to go ahead and hit this over. He's hitting 50% of his games this season, 7 out of 10 games in his last 10 games, and is 3 for 4 versus Dallas this season with 25, 18, 21, and 26. So the only game he missed this season was on the hook with 18 points against Dallas. So he's had a good track record against Dallas this season. Hit right there against Dallas, 26 points. And I think he'll go ahead and hit this once again here. So always take everything at your own risk. Don't go directly off of what I say. Always take more of a look into this by yourself. And yeah, just always take everything at your own risk. But let's take a look at this here. So small forward going to Dallas Mavericks. It is a low over-under, unfortunately, but it is a 5-point spread. So let's take a look here. So small forward going against the Dallas Mavericks. Let's go to points here versus Dallas, and we'll see where Dallas is at. And they are one of the harder teams. They usually do have a tougher defense for sure. They're kind of a slow-paced team as well, which is why the over-under is a little bit lower. But I'm not really worried about the matchup here. Do take note of the matchup, though, and how tough it usually is. They're right there in the middle of the last 7 games. But do take note of that and the low over-under. But I'm going to rock with him here just based on his past matchups with Dallas and how good he's been lately scoring. So I like this one for Bogdan Bogdanovic here to go ahead and go over 18.5 points. So let's go ahead and move on to an assist prop here. It's going to be one that I have been rocking with lately. It's going to go ahead and be James Harden. So James Harden over 11 assists here. So he's hitting his last 4 games by a crap ton of assists. 14, 15, 14, and 14. And he averaging 13.4 in his last 5 games here. So faced Toronto twice in his last 3 games and went over both times with 15 and 14. Facing Toronto again tonight. It's the playoffs. So I like the spot for sure for James Harden to go ahead and go over. He's at minus 130 to go ahead and go over 10.5 assists. He's hitting 40% of his games this season. 5 out of 10 hit rate in his last 10 games. 5 out of 6 in his last 6 games. And he is 2 for 4 versus Toronto this season. But he's also hitting his most 2 recent matchups, which is these 2 games right here. So it's looking pretty good here. 5 out of 6 in his last 6 games, like I said. Not as great in his last 10 games, obviously. But I do like him for sure. Go ahead and go over against Toronto yet again. So we'll take a look at this one here. So 76ers here, 7:30 tonight, 7.5 point spread, 215.5 over under. We've seen this before. Let's take a look at this. So shooting guard versus the Toronto Raptors. Again, I'm not really that worried about these matchups, to be honest, because we've already seen how they played against their opponents and all that. But Toronto has been easy though to the shooting guard assists. They're on the 3rd most so far this season. Take a look at the last 7 games here where Toronto is at. They're right here, so they're still on the easier side of shooting guard assists. They've been allowing a crap ton of them, and I expect that to continue tonight. And also, Gary Trent may not play. I'm pretty sure he's doubtful. What did I have him saying? Unlikely to play, so he's doubtful to play. I do like, for sure, James Harden to go ahead and go over yet again his 11 assists. All right, let's go and move on to the last one here. It's going to be Monty Morris here, over 4 assists. I like this one a lot. So he's averaging 6 in his last 5 games here. 4 out of 5 hit rate in his last 5 games. The only game he missed here was against the Spurs. But he's going against Golden State again. He just played them 2 days ago and had 6 assists. So all we need is 5 assists here, or 4 for the push. But we're really looking for the 5, obviously. Let's take a look into this one. So he's a plus 112 to go over 4.5. So really not as juiced as some of it as, So he's at 3.5 on most places, but he's at 4 on Prize Picks, and he's a plus 112 to go out and go over 4.5. But you're not really going to find Monty Morris, obviously, at 3.5 assists on a site like Prize Picks. So, but anyways, 60% hit rate in his last, 60% hit rate this season. 7 out of 8 in his last 10 games here. 3 out of 4 versus Golden State this season with 6, 7, 1, and 6. So he's had a great track record, man. 7 out of 8 hit rate in his last 10 games. Yes, Golden State is usually a tough matchup, but he's hitting 3 out of 4 games versus Golden State this season. So Monty Morris here going against the Golden State Warriors. 7-point spread, 222 over under. I assume Curry should be playing a little bit more today, but we'll see. I'm not really sure if he's still on a minute restriction. I have no idea. But anyways, let's take a look at Golden State here. But so right here, they're a little bit on the harder side. We knew that going into this. But like I said, I'm not really too worried about the matchup because we've seen what they've been able to do against these teams before. And I definitely did pass the Warriors. They're actually even easier as the last 7 games, but also Curry's been out, or on a minute restriction as well. So I do like the spot for sure, though, for Monty Morris to go ahead and go over assists versus the Golden State Warriors with Curry on a minute restriction or not. It's probably going to be better if he is on a minute restriction for us. But I don't think he is. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I got to look into that. But I'm not really worried about it too much because we've seen what he was able to do before earlier in the season versus Golden State. So that's what I got for you guys today. So to kind of recap here, I like Bogdan Bogdanovic over 18.5 points. I like James Harden over 11 assists. And Monty Morris over 4 assists. So that's going to do it, man. Again, you go ahead and use code DOMG on Prize Picks to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. You guys can win up to 10 times your money. And I recommend joining. I really, really do love it. And go ahead and take a look into it. Top link in the description, it should be. Also, the Patreon link is in the description. A free Discord link is in the description as well. If you guys want to talk about some NBA player props, MLB player props, really just anything. But I'll definitely have an MLB up later for you guys today. So I'll take a look into some props for you guys over there as well. But I'm going to get the NBA video up first, and then I'll go ahead and record the MLB and get that one up as well. So, always take everything at your own risk. Always play at your own risk. And, let's have a good night tonight. Playoffs time. A lot of people are thinking about taking some unders tonight. I know that because it's not been going as planned for some people. But I think we've been pretty good in the playoffs so far for the most part. So, but anyways, that's going to do it. Please watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.